Hello, everyone. I want to welcome everyone to today's workshop on trends and selling opportunities in today's environment floor graphics. My name's Amanda Smith. I'm the Associate Product Manager for MacTech, and I will be presenting with Ross Burnham, Senior Marketing Manager. We are going to have a question and answer session at the end, and please text your questions in the text box at any time. I'm going to hand off the presentation to Ross now.
Thanks, Amanda. Hello and welcome to our workshop. My name is Ross Burnham. I'm the Senior Marketing Manager for the Distribution Products team here at MacTech North America. I've been with MacTech for about 19 years, helping customers in the print community with their pressure-sensitive adhesive needs. I'm calling from the safety of my home here in Stowe, Ohio, which is also the home of our North American headquarters. MacTech is prioritizing the safety of our employees, their families, our suppliers, and you, our valued customers. Many of our functional teams are working from their homes. Our plants remain open, supplying pressure-sensitive adhesives to the print community. For our time together today, we quickly go through the agenda. Talk a little bit about MacTech, now a Lintech company, opportunities for wide format growth focusing on floors, bringing it all together in a COVID-19 environment, as well as tomorrow's reconnecting. Taking a deeper look at print media, laminates, and best practices for floor graphics. We'll follow up with a Q&A, and hopefully this will help you with some of the specific applications that you may be seeing today. MacTech has been innovating the pressure-sensitive adhesive industry for over 60 years. We are a $350 million company with 600 employees working with printers across the industry. Our products are used in the flexographic, sheet-fed offset, and wide format digital print markets. MacTech is part of the Lintech Corporation of Japan, a $2 billion global pressure-sensitive company. We are trying hard to help your business grow. There are many different print media and laminates in our graphic product offering. The products mentioned today are just a small part of that offering for media, laminates, mounting adhesives, and colored vinyl. There are many applications for floor graphics. Today we wanted to highlight some of the higher demand applications that we are seeing in today's COVID-19 environment. Really focusing on two things: keeping people safe through social distancing and where to stand, and then also keeping us moving and going through wayfinding and where to go. We're seeing these applications in hospitals, health clinics, grocery stores, pharmacies, and other essential businesses that remain open. Let's start off with the basics of pressure-sensitive adhesive in construction. You basically have your face, adhesive, and liner. Starting off with your face, which is basically your palette that also provides functionality. In wide format, most of the material is a pressure-sensitive vinyl with either a white matte or gloss finish. Also offered is a clear vinyl that has a gloss finish. Then you get into the adhesives, your workhorse for your applications that include ultra removable, removable, permanent, and high-tech or extreme. And then the release liner, not just the cover of the adhesive, but also provides functionality through the print and application process. Depending on the thickness of the liner, it will allow you with lay flat, heat, and die cut capabilities. The best part of all three wide format functions is that these materials are the same for every construction basic for your print asset. These are the questions to ask that will help you in selecting the right pressure-sensitive adhesive media for the right application. What are you adhering to? There are many different types of surfaces. We'll get into details on the floor, but also when you're looking at walls, whether they're smooth, rough concrete, brick, block, etc. What print asset are you wanting to use? In your wide format category, do you have solvent, eco-solvent, latex, UV roll-to-roll, UV flatbed, UV gel with a Colorado, or screen press? What that needs to help us help you with what you're looking to utilize. And then how long does your image need to last for and in what environment? Manufacturers like MacTech can offer many different options in a good, better, best environment. Typically not one product is recommended for all applications and for all time frames that you're looking at. Here are some of the considerations when looking at your floor graphic project and understanding your surface. And this is where you really need to get specific. Because there are different types of adhesives, we wanted to kind of share the 3 different buckets that we're looking at for surface types. Whether you're starting off with a smooth, easy to stick to surface, which would be a high energy surface. That would be a smooth tile, finished concrete, hardwood plank. Suggestions for the different types of media required would be to go with a removable. Once this graphic is had its life expectancy over, you want to be able to remove it, and a removable adhesive on a high surface energy will be a lot easier to take off than if you used a permanent adhesive. The second area, low pile carpet. You've got synthetic fibers in your carpet that are either nylon, polyester, and you're going to be looking for a high-tack adhesive that will allow for a clean removal without ghosting. What that means is that you want an adhesive that will not leave any residue behind. The residue of an adhesive will allow dirt and grime to stick to it and basically shadow the graphic that was there prior to you taking it off. Sidewalks and walkways is our third area, where you're going to be looking at rough concrete or asphalt. And this is where you're going to need an adhesive that is aggressive and thick to flow into the rough surfaces. Also note that there are clear and or opaque white materials in your media that can be utilized for floor graphics. The high demand application in today's COVID-19 environment is finding its way in wayfinding, social distancing, and pickup and drop off signage. We wanted to make some suggestions for practical applications for the tile, cupped carpet, and rough concrete areas that we just discussed. For tile, we have products such as our print vinyl gray with a removable adhesive that is an opaque white material, and we'll talk a little bit more about this media specifically in a second. We also have a Permaflex line of overlaminates that would provide up to 3-year indoor durability with our PF 6300 line. For carpet, we'd be looking at our JT 5800 high-tack opaque product, again with an overlaminate. And for outdoor concrete and asphalt, MagTac has 2 products to recommend. One would be our Street Wrap print media, along with our Floor Grip overlaminate, which is our PF 6600. The Floor Grip PF 6600 is third-party certified by the National Floor Safety Institute for wet and dry slip resistance. We'll talk more about that too. MagTac also has a unique product called Street Trex. This is a product that does not need lamination because of its construction. These products are solvent, eco-solvent, latex, UV, and UV gel printable. Going a little deeper into some of the print media that we just talked about, we have a great family of economical print media in our print vinyl gray family. It's a 3.9 mil promotional media, but it's a 4-year outdoor durability with a 2-year shelf life. So this doesn't necessarily mean it's cheap. It just means that it's economical and it's well made. It comes in removable, permanent, 54, and even a unique 64-inch width. This intermediate material can also be used for decals, signage, and more. The gray in the adhesive provides the opacity. Also wanted to highlight our Imagine High Tack Opaque or HTO product. This is the one that's got the acrylic adhesive with a high cohesive strength. And what that means is that the adhesive wants to stick to itself and to the face more than it wants to stick to the carpet. This eliminates any ghosting that may happen on your carpet graphic. We recently have had requests for carpet graphics that are not only going to be down for short term, which they normally are for sales events, conferences, meetings, etc., but now for longer term, as people in the COVID-19 environment need to have wayfinding on carpet and be down much longer than typical. Whether your project is 6 months, 1 year, or above, this product will come up clean. Again, these are solvent, eco-solvent, and latex printable. Let's talk a little bit about our Street Wrap. Street Wrap is for foot traffic only. It is not to be put on a road and driven over. Street Wrap is a 4 mil white opaque vinyl and has a clear adhesive. This adhesive is a very high-tech permanent and will basically work extremely well in rough concrete and asphalt surfaces, as the adhesive will flow into the nooks and crannies. It has a 3-month outdoor durability when paired with the PF 6600 floor grip, and we've had customers that have used street wrap on vertical applications such as cement walls and pillars in parking garages, and that has a 5-year durability. A little bit more about our floor grip, PF 6600. Again, that is certified by the National Floor Safety Institute for wet applications, outdoor in flat and slightly graded situations, and has an ANSI NFSI specification that we've listed here for high traction surfaces. Talk a little bit about overlaminates. This basically provides your customer with a safe surface. Not only does it protect your image, it protects your customers, and it also protects your business. Permacolor overlaminates come in a good, better, best environment for short term, which is our PF 6400 for up to 30-day durability, our PF 6500 for 90-day indoor durability, or our PF 6300 that has up to a 3-year indoor durability. And again, our PF 6600, whether it's indoor for 3 years or outdoor for 3-month durability, and is certified by the National Floor Safety Institute. Also important to realize that if you are going to print in solvent or eco-solvent, you need to have at least 24 hours of open air time to make sure all your solvents are out of the image before laminating. You don't want to have trapped solvents go through the print and into the adhesive and change its characteristics. A little bit more about this unique product called Street Trax that MacTac came out with a little over a year ago. This is a thick 13.5 mil safety grit coated opaque vinyl. The clear safety grit can be printed solvent, eco-solvent, UV gel, latex, and is screen printable. It meets when it exceeds the National Floor Safety Institute for slip resistance, and the unique thing about this product is no laminate is needed. Basically print, cut, and apply. Street Trax is available in short rolls of 50 feet or 100-foot standard roll lengths. Talk a little bit about why floor graphics fail. In today's environment, there is a big scramble to put anything down on the floor. Unfortunately for the industry, we're seeing situations come up like you see in these photos. Wanted to talk a little bit about some best practices here to help you prevent this kind of thing from happening. Design your floor graphics with round corners. This prevents the dog earring that can start a failure and keep going. Also, consider using commercial floor finishes or waxes to ramp and seal the edges. Your commercial customers are currently using floor waxes today. It will not be a big deal for them to seal around the edges and create a ramp that will prevent toe kick as well as mechanical cleaners from creating damage. Start off with a clean surface for better adhesion. For the tile application that we mentioned earlier, use a good detergent, wash, and water rinse. And before applying your graphic, take a good IPA rag and wipe down the surface area. For the carpet, it's as easy as vacuuming the area very well to pick up dirt and dust. For the street wrap or the Street Trax applications, a stiff brush over your dry concrete or asphalt is all that's needed. Do not power wash your floor, sidewalk, or asphalt before putting down street wrap or Street Trax. Concrete actually acts like a sponge. It absorbs and holds moisture very well. And what you don't want to do is trap that moisture and create an issue with the adhesive. A good 1 to 2 day of sunny weather is all that's necessary, and apply your graphic dry at about 50 degrees or warmer. Good preparation, good products will surely give you great performance. Talk a little bit about floor graphic maintenance. Once your graphic's down and you've got your textured surface, you want to keep that clean to keep the high traction functionality for that material. Basically, the ability to clean that surface, whether it be with the machine, at the facility or with mild detergent and a soft brush is all that's necessary to keep your graphic going. I want to make you aware of some additional resources to help you with your application and questions. On YouTube, MacTac_North America has many videos to help you with your next wide format graphic challenge. There's a lot of good information in regards to surface preparation, installation, best practice sharing videos for floors, windows, and walls. We also want to make you aware of our website resources for product performance guides that are available for each print media and over laminate, technical advisory sheets that share best practices in regards to floor graphic installations, wall graphic installations, bee-free window film installations, wall chalker, etc. Also, we have a line of ICC profiles that are quickly available to help you with maximizing your efficiency for your print process and your equipment. Here is an example of what the world looked like 6 months ago with the applications for floor graphics. Whether it was Toronto Pride Week last fall, we're using our street tracks. It was the Indiana Pacers basketball arena utilizing print vinyl gray with our PF 6300, or my favorite, a Roman Road floor graphic used at a museum to help highlight this environment, which we call an environmental graphic application, where you really bring your customer into the environment. There'll be a time to reopen and reconnect. Floor graphics will definitely lead the way. Also want to make you aware of the resources that we have to help you with your next project. MacTac has a dedicated sales force to help you with application questions, whether it be for floors, windows, walls, signage. We've given you their contact information, phone number, email. We are all here to help you grow your wide format business. How can MacTac help you today? Please reach out. We're here for you. And with that, Amanda, we're going to open it up to questions.
We sure are, and we have some ready. Good
That's
to go.
awesome.
Yeah. Bo asks, please speak on your most popular floor cover that's pre-laminated. Do you want to kind of review that again?
Okay, so you repeat the question, please.
Sure. Please speak on most popular floor cover that's pre-laminated.
Okay, so what you're looking for is a combination of media and laminate all in one that you basically can print and apply, and that would be our Street Tracks product. And that, I'm going to go back to that. The Street Tracks product, actually I'm not going to do that. Street Tracks is the 13.5 mil safety grit coated print media that you basically print solvent, eco-solvent, latex, UV, or screen print. You cut it to the graphic that you need, and then out the door and into the field. There's no lamination required, and that's STX 1528.
Thank you, Ross. Another question is, are the materials available for sheet-fed indigo or digital presses?
So all of the materials that we talked about today are wide format, roll-to-roll type media and laminates. MacTac does offer sheets for indigo presses, whether they're narrow format, 13 by 19, 12 by 18, or roll indigo as well. Typically, those are not utilized for floor graphic applications, but that's probably something that you could reach out to your MacTac salesperson and get some more information for that. You may be able to take a vinyl that we have for the indigo press and then utilize a laminate that we have been talking about for that combination. We always recommend for wide format outside of Street Tracks, a pressure sensitive textured laminate be used for slip resistance. Again, protect your customer, protect your business.
Another good question that we have, they're looking for an application for an outdoor concrete for a grocery store.
An outdoor concrete grocery store. So there are two, for a floor graphic, there would be two options. One would be the Street Tracks, which is print, cut, and apply. 3-month outdoor And really the material is probably going to last longer than the ink on the surface, because now with StreetTrax, you're not providing a laminate to protect your image, which means that the durability of the ink is probably going to be the least common factor of when it'll be time to replace that graphic. For longer term graphic use, to keep the graphic looking as fresh as it did the first day it was up, our street wrap would be a very good media to look at, and that's going to be laminated with the PF 6600 floor grip, and that's going to protect the image from scuffing and scraping, as well as it's going to keep it nice and clean, so that when a little Dawn dish soap and a soft brush, 3 months from now, it'll look as brand new as it did the day it was installed.
Ross, we have another great question. What is the durability for StreetTrax? 3 months? And what is the warranty?
StreetTrax is a product that can last a lot longer than 3 months, but what we're not knowing or understanding is what ink you're going to be using on top and what the durability of that ink will be on StreetTrax. So as I just mentioned, the least common denominator of the print and the media would probably be the ink. If you're concerned about the ink durability, then we probably would suggest the street wrap with the floor grip combination, which ends up being about the same cost combination as the StreetTrax product.
I have one more question. Do you have a document that you can send which explains the material used for the various floor surfaces showed in this presentation? And I'm going to answer this one. Yes, we're going to send out this presentation to everyone that attended today, so you get a good reference, and then it'll show you your contact in your area as well towards the end of the presentation. I have one more question. What roll widths are available for your StreetTrax material?
Very good. StreetTrax is available in 54-inch wide by 50-foot length and 100-foot lengths. Everything that we have in wide format is provided on a 3-inch core.
Perfect. I just have two more questions that we kind of want to go over. I think they're common. Is it okay to butt seam floor graphics?
It is okay to butt seam floor graphics, and sometimes when you're using a removable adhesive like we suggested on the tile, that would be a good time to butt seam the adhesive, because removable adhesive overlapping itself on a graphic may not give you the strength that you need for that application. So butt seam, and if it's inside of a store that's going to have a mop down environment and such, and it's going to be there for a long time, we would also suggest sealing that seam maybe with some silicone caulk. When they're cleaning the floors, if you get moisture underneath that, you basically don't want to have a failure start by the moisture popping up, getting underneath the adhesive and causing an issue. Or the floor wax or sealant that's used in the store could also be used to seal that gap between the two graphics, which would be the width of the blade of the knife.
Another question that came in is, do any of these products have chlorine?
Most of these products are polyvinyl chloride. As far as chlorine, PVC is the makeup of the print vinyl, and we could look more into that for you. If you have a specific question or a specific standard that you're concerned with, please reach out to your local MacTac salesperson, and they'll get that into our tech marketing team to be able to specifically answer your question.
And then I have one more question I think it's good to go over. What is the best way to remove a blister of trapped air in a floor graphic on a tile?
That's a good one. With the tile graphics that I'm seeing in grocery stores and home shopping centers, these materials don't typically have a air egress pattern in the adhesive. Whether it's a removable or permanent, they're being put down, and sometimes you're trapping an air pocket underneath. The best practice here is to take a pin and basically go through and pop it and allow the air to get out. Would not suggest using a knife to slit, because then you're creating a failure point that could rip and tear and get longer. So just a pin prick and flatten it down, and it'll go away.
Ross, that seems to be all the questions that we have today. I would like to thank everyone for attending our workshop for floor graphics and laminates. You can always find more information and how to contact us on our website, mactac.com. We will be sending the presentation out via email, and keep an eye out for other future invites on workshops. We will be covering trends and selling opportunities. Thank you, and everyone have a great weekend.
Thanks, everybody. Be safe. Bye-bye.